Welcome to the Pre-Snap Podcast presented by LineStar, your best NFL player prop picks for today that you can find on Underdog Fantasy, PrizePicks, Sleeper, and CHALKBOARD apps. If you don't have those apps, download them. Use the promo code LineStar when you do, and you'll get up to $100 for your deposit match. Alongside my co-host, Tyler Wiemann, I'm Shannon Sommerville. And Tyler, yes, I am wearing a Patriots shirt. No, it is not by choice. Yes, I did, in fact, lose a bet because I bet on my Jets to beat the Patriots yesterday because I had to back my team, and I, in fact, lost. So that is why I am donning my Patriots attire for today, but don't you worry. It'll bring us good luck. I swear. We got a nice streak going on here on the on our podcast with all of our picks. We've been on absolute fire. We were 5-0. If you tailed us on the weekend picks for the Sunday games, we were 5-0 on that show. We were, I believe, 3 of 5 on our Underdog Picks specific show. And so overall in the week, including Thursday night, we are 10 of our last 13. Tyler, that's pretty good. I'll take that any week. What do you think?
Pretty good. Yeah.
In fact,
it was a solid week.
In fact, I think that calls for a money gun celebration. I swear this is going to work. Okay, it's a little slow because we've been using it so much. It's just a little tired because we've just been making it rain on our podcast here. We were 5-0, like I mentioned, so looking to continue the momentum. We've got 2 great games on the slate for today. It's another Monday doubleheader. We've got the Rams taking on the Cincinnati Bengals and the Eagles taking on the Tampa Bay Bucs. As we talked before the show, Tyler, we're like, these are some kind of weird games, but there is some edge to be had. And if you haven't already done so, make sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and comment below. Comment enters you into our prop bets contest. And guess what, Tyler? Because we were 5 for 5, we are giving out $200 on this show for today. So we've got a big announcement about our winner. All you need to do to be in this contest is comment below. Make sure you like this video and you're subscribed to the LineStar YouTube channel. You're automatically entered in to win, and you could win like our winner for today. Tyler, let me get a drum roll on your side of things. I'll do one here. All right. We've got Eddie Jimenez, 3263. Congratulations. You won $200 because Tyler and I hit all the props we gave out on the last show. So congrats, and you can claim your prize if you want to be a winner. Like I said, all you got to do is comment below. We want to hear from you guys. All right, so let's get into today's slate. You can find more analytics. Everything we're going to talk about here on the show is available on the LineStar app. It's a great tool to help you in daily fantasy and the prop market. The PropsAI tool specifically is what's helping us pick these props for today. So let's get things rolling here. Our first pick for tonight's games in Monday Night Football is going to be none other than a Georgia Bulldog. Oh, yeah. DeAndre Swift over 9.5 receiving yards. That's minus 120. Swift averaged 28 receiving yards per game in 2022 when he played with the Detroit Lions. Yes, I know he only has 6 receiving yards on the season, but this is a guy who can be absolutely used in the pass-catching game and going up against a Tampa Bay defense that limits the run really well, but their passing defense, not so good. They rank towards the bottom in terms of pass defense DVOA. So this could be a good opportunity to get Swift involved in the passing game. What do you think about this line at 9.5, Tyler?
Yeah, I think it's an okay line. Just the fact that Jalen Hurts does not like to check down the ball a ton, but DeAndre Swift is an elite pass-catching running back. The Eagles need to get him more into the game plan as far as catching the ball out of the backfield because he's just so good at it. He did have 3 targets last week, only had 6 targets, but usually 3 targets for him is going to be well above that 9.5 line. And without Quez Watkins this week, I think Swift could be used a little more in the passing game in that Eagles game plan. So with that, I love the 9.5 line, and I think he's going to go over.
All right. Now it's time for you and I to pick a prop. Who's your favorite prop pick of the day, Tyler? Where are you headed?
I got to go with a guy that I was all over in week 1, and that is Puka Nacua, over 70.5 receiving yards, minus 120. He has 35 targets over the first 2 games of the season. Stafford likes to hyper target guys when he likes them. He has created some of the best wide receiver seasons ever because of it. And Nacua has taken that role. He has taken that Cooper Kupp role. He has 266 yards through 2 games. That is ninth in the NFL. Everybody above him has played 3 games. I like Nacua to go over 70.5.
Yeah, I like that prop a lot. He's been such a fun story to watch too.
Yeah.
And when you look at that offense, Stafford is a guy who, once he hones in on a receiver that he likes to target them a whole lot, like you've seen with Kupp in the past. And you know what? I was thinking about other guys that would be competing for targets, and Van Jefferson's been around that organization for several years, and they just really haven't kind of like gone to him. They'll go to him every once in a while, but Puka Nacua seems to solidify his role in that Rams offense. So I like that pick for you there. He's going to keep crushing the over, I think. It's been fun to watch. And it's cool that you were on the first week 1. Tyler was on top of it. All right. For my
I couldn't believe we got that at plus money.
Right? It's crazy. All right, for my prop pick, I'm going to the Eagles. A.J. Brown over 68.5 receiving yards. I know he burned us when I took this prop a week ago against the Minnesota Vikings on Thursday Night Football. However, this is a guy who averages 88 receiving yards per game like he did in 2022. He had 79 week 1 against New England. Yes, I know he had just 29 against Minnesota. But like I mentioned, this is a dynamic wide receiver 1. He's big and physical and going up against a Tampa Bay defense that's 28th in pass defense DVOA versus the opposing team's wide receiver 1. So I like Brown in this spot. Plus, he voiced some displeasure on the sidelines during that Thursday Night Football game, and you could see him be a little frustrated with the fact that he wasn't getting the ball. And sometimes, Tyler, the squeaky wheel gets the grease, and he is best friends with Jalen Hurts, the quarterback, which can help you get a couple more targets, especially in the red zone. Right?
Absolutely. I mean, A.J. Brown.
I mean, Tyler, if I was a quarterback of a team, I would throw it to you because you're my friend, right? Is that
Absolutely. I would hope so. I mean, look, A.J. Brown is just a great talent, and that Tampa Bay defense is not good. He can crush that defense.
Yeah, I think when I was researching this game, I mean, both of these teams, this is going to be an interesting game because they give up, both teams, the Eagles included, give up so much passing. I guess over 80% of opposing teams' yardage has come in the passing game. So it'll be interesting to see both teams kind of targeting the others, especially with Baker Mayfield. They really haven't been leaning into the run game there quite as much. They're just passing to those guys. So it'll be interesting to see how that one plays out, but I'm looking forward to it. Again, you can find these picks, Underdog Fantasy, PrizePicks, Sleeper, Chalkboard, whatever app you choose. Make sure to use the promo code LineStar when you download those apps, though, and get up to $100 of your deposit matched. Now it's time for touchdown calls of the day. Tyler, where are you headed for an anytime touchdown?
I got to go to my prop pick. I'm going with Puka Nacua plus 190 for a touchdown. He has 35 targets on the year without a touchdown. He is third in the league with targets, and he's only played 2 games. The rest of the top 10 has at least 1 touchdown. I think tonight is Puka time.
All right, I'm going with A.J. Brown at plus 140 for a touchdown. A.J. Brown doesn't have a touchdown yet. Something I think changes tonight. 82.1% of the yardage gained against the Bucs has come via passing. That's the second highest rate in the league. And Tampa Bay also ranks 28th in pass defense DVOA versus the wide receiver 1. I think A.J. Brown will be targeted early and often and find himself some targets in the red zone, and he will put up a touchdown for us tonight. Like I mentioned, squeaky wheel gets the grease. I think he's been a little, or at least against that in the Minnesota Vikings game, he was a little disappointed with the lack of, I guess, attention he was getting in the passing game. But you know what? Sometimes you just got to make a little noise to get your targets. They got a lot of weapons there, but I like A.J. Brown for tonight. Yeah. So, yeah, given that Tampa Bay defense, I just see that as an area they're just going to start targeting right out the gate, too, in that game. So speaking of these games, we've got a little bit of uncertainty, which is one thing we probably should mention is when we were looking at the Rams Cincinnati Bengals game, it's really hard to pick any Cincinnati Bengals props because there's so much uncertainty with Joe Burrow. Is he going to play? Is he not going to play? What level will he be at if he does play? Plus there's concerns over their offense basically has been extremely lackluster over the first couple of weeks. I guess what are your thoughts from a prop betting perspective?
I think it is probably wise to stay away unless you have, some knowledge that
Yeah.
isn't totally available yet. But I mean, as it breaks down, it's like you got Joe Burrow, who has been terrible. He's not going to be very mobile, and it's just really hard to gauge that offense as a whole. So I think you either have to go with the narrative as the team is, totally a mess right now and go unders, or the narrative that he's going to turn around. But either way, I don't feel comfortable
Yeah.
telling people what to do.
All right, let's pick some games here. The Tampa Bay Bucs are at home. The Eagles are actually the favorite though, -5. Who you got in this game?
Oh, Eagles for sure.
Yeah, I think it might be double-digit time. I mean, the Tampa Bay Bucs haven't played anybody yet.
Yeah, I think +5 is way too low.
Generous.
Eagles,
To the
yeah, they they should be more of underdogs than that.
Yeah, I agree as well. I just don't think that. I think the Baker Mayfield show might come to an end. He hasn't thrown a pick or turned it over thus far, but the Eagles have a pretty good defense and really good pass rushers. So I'm siding with the Eagles in this one. Next game is the Super Bowl 56 rematch, the Rams and the Bengals. The Bengals are 2-point favorites at home. What do you think?
I'm going with the Rams on this one.
I like it, Tyler.
I think they win outright.
Wow. Okay. There you go. I honestly go back and forth on this one. In this one. I mean, I just feel like every week I've said on this show, like, oh yeah, the Bengals offense is going to turn things around. They're going to be just fine. I'm not worried. But now I'm a little worried. I'm a little worried about that Bengals offense. They just can't seem to get it together. I don't know whether it's a health thing for Joe Burrow, if he does in fact play, but the Rams are good. Matt Stafford, he's a good quarterback, and Sean McVay's the one calling the offense. I kind of leaning Rams in this one, but you know what? Just to be a contrarian and go against you, Tyler, I'll just take the Bengals in this one. Home team wins it. This one's one's in the jungle. We got to go with the Bengals.
They definitely could do it, but I like the Rams. I think everybody's been counting them out, and it's not like the team is dramatically different from when they were a Super Bowl team. Like, yes, they don't have Cooper Kupp, but they have wide receivers that have taken that role that have played it really, really well.
And I guess the one thing about the Rams is I was very surprised to see them, take it to the 49ers. Like, they didn't beat the 49ers, but they put up a great game plan against them. So that's where I'm kind of trusting Sean McVay's game planning prowess against the Bengals in this one. But I don't know. I just feel like Joe Burrow, like, they're still mad about that Super Bowl. I think there might be a little revenge on the mind in this one. Also, we haven't talked about the most important storyline of the entire weekend yet, Tyler. And you know exactly what that is.
Oh, gosh.
Would this even be a football show if we didn't talk about Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift like everyone else on the planet? What were your thoughts?
Yeah, it would actually be a football show then.
Are we hyped for
so hyped? Are you hyped?
Swift?
Are you hyped? Excited?
I think.
Do you like that she's throwing F-bombs out there?
I thought that was great. I mean, that was so cute. I was like, yeah, I saw Stephen A. Smith this morning was saying, like, yeah, this is not casual. She's throwing out F-bombs, like, for her guys. So, like, but it was awesome to see. It was crazy. So I saw, obviously it was like all over Twitter and everything. And I was looking at photos of the security that they had to have outside of that suite that she was in. It was like,
oh gosh,
you would have thought it was a president. It was insane.
Totally.
Anyways.
Yeah.
I'm sure we're going to be in for a lot more.
I'm not surprised whatsoever about that.
We're going to be in for a lot more Taylor Swift fanfare over the next few weeks. And, I mean, if she's going to be at the next game, we got to take the over on Travis Kelce. I mean, he's got to show out for his woman now. And if she's going to be throwing F-bombs for him at the game, that's a little extra motivation, right?
It sure is.
All right, that's going to do it for us on the precept, but we'll call it at that, all right? You can find these picks again, Underdog Fantasy, PrizePicks, Sleeper, Chalkboard, great apps that you can find these picks. Use that promo code LineStar up to $100 of your deposit matched. And again, if you haven't already, do us a huge favor, like this video, subscribe to our channel, comment below. It helps out the algorithm, but it also helps you out because one lucky commenter will win $50 if Tyler and I both hit our props for tonight. If we go 2 of 3 in our props, which hopefully we will, and continue the streak that we're on right now. Been hot lately, so let's keep it rolling. Good luck in all your prop betting endeavors. If you have any questions, if the lines have moved a little bit and you want to know if we still endorse it, drop it in the comments and we'll get back to you. Good luck. We'll see you tomorrow.
Have a good one, guys. Bye.